Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet. I am happy to be back and share some things that I've been working on these last couple of weeks. I have quite a few crochet projects that I've been working on, and I have quite a few sewing projects that I finished up. They are bags and my very first top that I have made. I have made shorts, but I've never made a top. So I'm going to share with you some of the crochet things that I've been working on. As far as one that I've been a works in progress is my granny square shorts that I've been making for my son. Now this is one panel done. However, this is going to be his side. So I said I was going to put that ribbon on. I like it. However, I don't like how it's attached. So I want to see a ridge here. And so I'm going to undo this and hook it on to where you'll see this part of it. So this part is more where you can see the join and it pops out. And I think I'm also going to do it in black, or maybe I'll just stick with this color. I'm not sure. But so this is one panel of the shorts. So it's going to go, like so, with this as the side. So that is one panel, and then I got the second panel done. And 100 squares, I think I made just a little over 100 squares, and it is enough. This is the length he wanted. So when he came over for Thanksgiving, we did some measurements, and this was perfect. The only thing I'm left to figure out is how to join these in the middle here to where he'll have space for his crotch and his bum. I just don't want it to be a weird fit. And thank you to those of you who gave me lots of suggestions and emails and directed me towards YouTube videos. They were very helpful, but I'm still struggling with that crotch area, and that is the only thing that is holding this thing up. So because I hit a standstill a bit, like I've hit a rock. I moved on to a couple of other projects that I've started. So this I highly doubt will be done before Christmas, but that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and work on it this year. Another oldie was this little crochet pumpkin. Now MJ Off the Hook did a granny square pumpkin, and it had like these gaps. So she used a bag, and I'll link her video down below. So she put in a little canvas sewing bag so that you could stuff it still but not see the holes. Well, Classy Handmade did a what's it called? Like she redid the stitch so there was no gap, and I never finished it. It took me forever. But this is the finished MJ Off the Hook granny square pumpkin, and look, there is no gaps really. So I did stuff it. I did use a single yarn, but I think it just came out perfect. In the top there, you can kind of see a little bit. So as you're decreasing, you kind of see a little bit of spacing there, but it's not anything, nothing, anything. Bows have been really big this year. So I found this little bow pattern, and it is absolutely adorable. I can see me making these and putting them on crochet dolls, crochet toys, baskets, jars, all sorts of things. So I made this and I thought, oh, that looks really adorable. So bows are huge this year. So I wanted to share that. And I made a white one because that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to put it around a jar and then put some little treats in here put some little treats in there with a little ribbon around it. And if you don't want to, if you do want to crochet something, you could even crochet. These are those weed yogurt jars that I like to use. So yeah, that is perfect. What would you use these bows for? They are so adorable. They are absolutely perfect. This is made in a cotton DK weight, and it's a very nice size. I've been making fudge this year, and I found the most awesome recipe for fudge, and it is the easiest, quickest. No thermometer is needed. I will link the video down below because it is absolutely phenomenal fudge. So delicious. Anyways, I'm going to put some fudge in those jars and put some little crochet bows and a ribbon. Okay, next up for crochet, since we're still on jars here, this is an Amazon find for these wee yogurt jars. Look at how cute that is. This one has like trees on it. Now you can get different tops. So it makes it a seal, and it's super and simple. I'll link these down below, but I got these off Amazon and they are so cool. This one has trees. I did get another version as well. I just don't know what I did with it. Yeah, I did get another one with flowers on them. I think I left them downstairs. So these are so cool, and they fit these jars perfectly. I like it. They are so cool. So I got 4 or 5 in a pack. I'll link them down below. I got them off Amazon, and they're really cool. And what I've decided to do with a lot of these wee jars is turn them into my button jars, because I don't necessarily have a ton of buttons, but sometimes I'm looking for a color and I just can't find the right color, or I'm searching and searching for the same, where I want to try and find the same button, but I have to search and search through my big old tin, which has been my method thus far. But since these jars are small enough that I can fit a lot of buttons but not really taking up a lot of space, these are my current button situations storage, and I think I would use buttons more if I could see them. So yeah, I'm gonna switch over to some jars, and then that way hopefully I can find my buttons a little better. And I do think they're the perfect size for just finding the color you want. So this one's not even full, and the white ones is the one that I have the most of, and black. So I really like those, and I really like these lids. They are so cool. So cool. Okay. Now, still going with jars. I had these little squares. So this was a whip that was sitting for a long time. This is something I had wanted to make for a very long time, and I never got around to doing it. And this is just this little granny square with a little scallop, and I put the same thing on the top. Isn't that so adorable? And I thought a little bow would look so cute to give as a gift. If you do want to do something like this, I am finding that this jar is so smooth that my cozy here wants to slide up. So I would suggest crocheting a bottom to attach to this and close it up, so that way it stays on. Because you don't want it when you go and grab it and then it slide up. But this is so adorable. I just love how it came out. So I did something, I made advent calendars for my boys. And I wrapped up these Hershey nuggets. It would have been better in wallpaper. I'm sorry. It would have been better in gift wrapping paper, but they add such a cute little festive touch with this gold and shimmery paper on the outside. But if you did it in Christmas wrapping paper, like little scraps, especially when everyone's ripping them out right now, all you need is a 1" by 3" to wrap these Hershey nuggets, and they make such a cute little, treat, festive treat without any baking. It's a 1" by 3", and then you just tape it on. Isn't that so cute? So that is something that has been on my to-do, and I finally did it. Something simple like for your teachers, your people that are in your life, mailman, yard service, what other ones? Neighbors, very cute. Okay, another thing that's been on the long to-do list. I got this cookie box as a gift from a friend at the sewing shop. Thank you so much again, Dina. I really loved the eyes on this little bunny. I love the eyes so much I didn't want to use it on this one. So after working with this little kit, I don't think it's good for beginners. It is a very hard yarn to work with for beginners, and the hook they used was a 3mm. I have been crocheting a while, and I could not use a 3mm with this yarn. It would have been torture. It would have been so torturous. So I have a little bit of pink, a little bit of the white, a little bit of the black. I decided not to use the eyes because I like them so much. I want to put them on something else. Now the cookie box has many kits, and it has like this little thing to leave a review. It is very cool, and the pattern is scannable as well. Here is the little cookie box bunny. This yarn is so thick that I could not crochet it very well. I used a 3.75mm hook, and you could see a little bit of gapping here, but that is because this yarn is so soft though, but it is not easy to work with. And in the directions, it says to put the eyes 6 stitches apart. But if you look at the box, they are very close together. And I didn't even look at the box. I just looked at the directions online, and I was like, oh, they're too far apart. So I did the best I could, and this is the little cookie box bunny. She's still adorable. And her little tail. So yes, and I did, what would have been easier is if you started out with the white yarn and then changed colors, but they made you crochet this separately and then stitch it on. Same thing with the belly. I can understand the belly, but the feet, they could have, just start with the white and then cut it off and then continue with the pink. And I always get one limb bigger than the other. So that's just how the cookie crumbles. So anyways, she's adorable. Thank you again. That was really sweet. And I'm glad I have this little cookie tin too. So I have been doing the Granny Squares 52. What is it called? A year of Granny Squares with quite a few other YouTubers who have joined in, where we're using this book, and I was way ahead. Well, I think they finally caught up with me, and this is the last square I did, and I really like this one because it's so easy and you stick with one color, so it is perfect. And it was called Beacon number 20. So that's cool. And I did start the next one, And this one is doable as well. And I like that it's one color as well. So that is one that's on my hook right now. And this is my current 52 A Year of Granny Squares. Now I've already laid these squares out and they look so pretty, but it's still too small. I don't want to assemble them yet because I want to make sure I have different colors placed throughout the blanket to give it a cohesive unit. So I'm still waiting on that. But yes, and I am sticking with all fall colors in case you're new here. Those are all the colors I am using, and I can't get these anymore. So they are no longer available yarns, and that is why I was wanting to get rid of them. Oh, and it's so pretty right now. Seeing all the squares together, it's really looking pretty. I think I have one more crochet thing, and then I'll move on to some sewing. There's this flower blanket that's so gorgeous, and there's a tutorial for how you put these flowers together. However, you can see it in all of her backdrops. It's like it was her backdrop. Well, I made one, this little flower motif, but I never continued it, and I said I was going to cover an old chair I had to give it like an upgrade to make it look more cute. But I had it on the back of my chair, and I would have it, and it just kept stretching and stretching and stretching. And the way that I attached them is I just basically tied a couple of knots, and as you can see, it just got super stretched out, and they're just very strung together. So I ended up throwing this old one outside to cover my outside chair that I sit on when it's nice weather. And it's really cute. It's really cute out there. Well, a friend came over and he was like, I would like that. He really liked it. All raggedy like that. He's like, I really like that. Can you make me one? And so I started making that. And because I noticed how it was stretching apart, I was trying to remedy those things. those things, and I started making another one. And it is so pretty. And as you can see, look at that. It is so nice. So when I was making it, my daughter was like, what would you make with this? So I was holding it up against to show her, and she's like, hey, that could be a top. She goes like this, and she's right. There are so many things you could do with this. You can cover a window. You can, what would you make with it? What would you use this for? You can put it in the centerpiece. It's so vibrant, and this is just using scrap yarns. And I've been really cleaning out my yarn, so I didn't have a ton of different colors anymore, and this was all I had. So I feel like I have to go buy yarn to have scrap yarn again. But so I started making this, and here's the back. And I've really tried to sew them in really good in 3 sections, but it's actually going to be more than 3 sections, because there's going to be one here, and one here, so that it's getting tied together more than just the 3 parts that I had on this one. So, which lended itself to stretch out. So I'm really excited how this is coming out. It's really pretty. You could cover a basket. So this is where I'm keeping all of the flowers. And so I have some here. And then you just make a center and keep going. So I have quite a few in here. And then here's, all the yarns that I'll be using. But then I just threw this over here, and look it's so pretty. What would you use this for? It's not quite big enough yet to cover anything. You could make a purse out of this, a bag. Wouldn't that be lovely? So I'll link the tutorial down below. It's Yarncraft by Nicole. I think it's called Yarncraft by Nicole. I think. I'll have it right here and link down below. But so that is what I started working on when I got stuck with the shorts. I did have quite a few fails with crochet. My honey wanted me to crochet a doll and I couldn't do it. I was just out of practice or something. I couldn't believe it, but I just couldn't do it. And I just tossed that to the side. But on my hook at the moment, I do have a little whip going. So what do you think it'll be? Not a bunny. And getting rid of more yarn, but someone wanted a little toy for their granddaughter. So I'm making that. So that's on my hook, and I think I will be finished that and share that soon. For my first sewing project, I made a top. I'm so happy, and it fits so perfectly. Take your measurements, you do the right size, and this is called the Cielo top. I'll put picture of it right here. There's several different views you can do, and I did the most basic, simplest view because I desperately wanted to use this fabric because it's so drapey and soft. And here it is. Look at that drape. So I've been wearing this. It has come out perfect. It is very drapey and breezy, and this fabric is just so gorgeous. And I'm always hot these days. And so this is it. The top has a little bit of, the sleeve has a little bit of a gathered stitch, just a smidge. And then there's like different necklines you could do. I did the smallest one, and this really helps contour and fit your body. So I did make it. It's like a crop top in the pattern. So I made it 2.5 inches longer so that it could fit past my jeans, and it fits perfectly. And if I have a picture, I'll put it up. This was so rewarding, so fun, and I so want to make another one right away because I want to make it in all kinds of different colors and different fabrics and see how it turns out and try the different views. And I want to try and embroider something. So the teacher did hers, and she embroidered something here, and she embroidered something on the sleeves on a different view, and it's just so pretty. And I just thought, yes, I want to do that too. So I'm really excited that I got to make a top. It's been on my want to do for forever. Those of you who have been with me for a while know that I've started this. This is also my 3-year anniversary on YouTube, and I, like half a year in, I really wanted to use my sewing machine. I never got around to it. And when I would sew, I would only, barely sew like once a month. And so my sewing journey was so slow at first because I would have to like completely remind myself on how to use the machine because I had no idea, never sewn before. So my sewing journey is 2 years, and now I can say that I probably sew at least a good 40 hours a month. Yeah, I would say a good 40 hours a month of sewing. So I've made quite a few things, and now I've been gifting them out, and they've been Christmas presents. So this is another sewing make. Now, a while back, I showcased this bag that my honey had bought me, and it's by, it's a noodle head pattern made by Red Sparrow, and she is on Etsy, and she's in Canada. I know they're having their mailing strike. Well, he bought me this bag, and it is just So gorgeous. And this is for a suitcase. I won't go into detail, but it is loaded with so much stuff in here. And it's my bag right now, so I have a bunch of junk in there. It even has a water bottle strap, so that when you're putting your drink or your coffee, there is a strap so that it will sit nicely as you're holding your bag. This is a travel bag. This could fit laptops. It's a really great pattern. I don't know what I did with the pattern. In my chaos of mess, I must have dropped. It's called the Oxbow tote. And this is the, oh, there it is. There it is. So this is the Oxbow tote. It came in a bigger size and a smaller size. I made the smaller size. So here it is, the first one I made. There are so many things that you can do to this bag, where you can add handles, you can add a snap closure here, you can leave the long strap off and just use these handles. There's so many different ways. And then of course, if you want to add different pockets and like an elastic. So I took this bag that my honey got me from Red Sparrow. I will link her down below. We were just like using all kinds of the things that she tried to implement, and some of the stuff I had forgotten. But so here is the first one. Now I just pinned these right here because I think I had it open, like the strap was going to be flat. But then I decided, you know what? I think I do like it to where it's closed at the top. So I'm going to sew those closed so that it'll be like more of a handle. And then of course there's these handles. So in case you want to add a strap, you can add a strap to it. And I bought this leathery fabric at Hobby Lobby. On the bag that my honey got me, he didn't use 2 zippers, but apparently in the pattern it is 2 zippers. So there's 2 zippers here. So I can close it either way, no matter how I'm wearing it, if it's this way or this way. So there's 2 zippers and I can open it either way. The other great thing about having 2 zippers, 2 zipper pulls, is that you can like put something here, like a little charm or something, in case you're traveling, to lock them so it's not easily gotten into. Or if you have dogs or cats that want to get in your stuff, this will lock it. Okay. Now I did not have all the right stuff. And one of the mistakes I saw, well, it's not really a mistake. So I implemented the little key holder so I can hang my keys in there. I put huge pockets in there. So there's lots of pockets. So I figured I forgot my elastic to make the little holder for a drink. So I just decided to make 3 pockets so that you could stick it in here. Again, this is a great bag. I didn't put that little strap across here, but I did some nice embroidery stitches here. And then this little, I really need to get, something with my name on it that says I made it. I don't have anything yet, and I really want to make something so I can put on all the things that I'm making, because I give so many of them away. Well, a friend of mine at the sewing shop, she gave me one of these, and she got these from Minky Kim, and they're so cute. It says, "Be your own kind of beautiful." And yeah, I went a little crazy with fabrics. And I'm bummed that I didn't get a full bee except here. This fabric is so pretty, and you can't even see the bees. So, but you can see the bees in here. So I messed up on that. Oh well. Anyway, so this was the first one I made. So I'm going to finish sewing these to where these handles are small. So I have those clipped. Now the reason why I was able to do these bags, because they were holding a class at my local sewing shop. which I was so thankful for because I had had the one my honey bought me, and I finished the first one. It was a 2-day class. I finished the first one in the first day, and so I went home that night and I cut more fabric so I could make another one the second day. And so this is based on how that one came out. I made this one a little different. So this one I didn't use leather. I used the what is this? The canvas strap. And then I decided to use this angry woman knitting because when I'm making them, I thought they were going to be for me, but then when I finished them, I'm like, I really don't need any more bags. But this is all fabric that I love, colors that I love. So this one I made a little different, and instead of making the little patches here, I put a longer strap on so that I could just put it here instead of having 2 different handles. I don't like having 2 different handles. I prefer to have one handle. So this is what I went with, because you need these ones to cover the pocket. And so this is a lovely little pocket, and it's on both sides. And I did this embroidery stitching here, which I found so cool. I think it fits nicely. And then I did the exact type of same pockets, only this time I used a ribbon for the key and sewed that on. And that way I made the pockets a little higher up, so they come up a little higher. So I thought this could be for my phone, a pencil, pen, and then another big large pocket. And then on the other side, it has 2 big pockets. Again, for the drink or whatever. So this time I brought the elastic, but I forgot to put it in while I was sewing it. Anyway, so this is the second Oxbow tote, and it is a nice bag. This would be a perfect project bag and so many pockets. It's a great maker bag. So much to share. So one last thing is I made something on my Luminaire, which is a single needle embroidery machine. It's also a sewing machine. It's a sewing embroidery machine. And as I mentioned before, my local sewing shop holds a club for embroidery and holds a club for Janome. And so this was one of the things that we made for Luminaire Club. We got to pick our own Christmas fabric, and we're making coasters, and it has this like lace. This is all lace, but it's embroidered. It's double-sided, so it doesn't matter which side. I thought when I picked this fabric that I was going to be able to get these centered, and it turns out it wasn't like that. So I'm kind of bummed, but I did get lots of cute things in each one. So this one has a little coffee mug. This one has a little sweater in it, ugly Christmas sweater. But these were really fun. And this one has the same. So I was able to make 6 of them. This one, I nailed it perfectly. So cute. Anyways, you get the idea. We made coasters with the Luminaire. And I love that they're double-sided. And you can package up some little coasters for Christmas, or have them out for the holiday. Okay, so that is everything that I've been working on. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were inspired. I hope you found some goodies that you might like, and I shall see you again hopefully soon. But if not, Merry Christmas, and I will see you next year. Bye.